Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Theo here, and it is such a phenomenal day. We're out here in Naples, Florida, and we're out here just killing it, right? I am just so happy and grateful that I have the ability to travel and make money while I'm doing it. With that being said, guys, this will be a fairly decent long video, but I want to talk about 3 things that I'm learning amongst my journey. 3 important, I would call it red pill truths or objective truths that I've discovered in my journey. And guys, when I say red pill, I just mean the objective truth. That's all I really mean. When I say blue pill, I mean subjective truth, how we feel versus what is real, okay? And one thing that I learned in my journey is this fundamental fact about human behavior, which is going to lead me to my very last point about men and women, but primarily this is for the men. This video is for the boys, right? But the fundamental lever, the strongest lever we ever will have over anyone in life, even ourselves, is self-interest. Now, I'm not trying to make anyone cynical here. However, when we really think about it, people are going to be motivated by things that benefit them or help them avoid pleasure or help them avoid pain. And it all boils down to self-interest, right? The strongest lever we'll ever have when it comes down to meeting and connecting with people is mutual self-interest, right? I want this, you want that. How can we make this advantageous? That kind of self-interest, right? So when it boils down to it, to my second point, which is going to tie into this, is that in one of my previous videos, I mentioned how power does not reward intelligence. Power does not reward kindness. Power does not reward speed or loyalty. Power rewards effectiveness, ruthless effectiveness. And I want to put that in another way. Reality does not reward accuracy. Reality rewards utility. Truth bends to utility, right? Is this useful? Is this important? Is this significant? Does this meet my needs? The truth bends to that. People don't care about the truth. They care about what benefits them. What's in it for me? That is the one fundamental driver of all human motive. Even if it is subconscious, even if they don't say it consciously, subconsciously, everyone is thinking, what's in it for me? What can I get out of this? Why this is important? Because once you understand that desire is the first step of all achievement, then you'll be able to set goals to get what you desire. And you have to get your priorities straight, because in order to elevate and evolve, you're going to have to eliminate. With that being said, this boils down to this, right? A man's value is based on what he's capable of. And what this means is this. A man's value is predicated on the value he creates and what he offers to the world. And a man will never be able to secure a reproductive opportunity from a woman unless he provides something of value to her. Jesus said, let this coin be rendered unto Caesar, right? So attention is the coin of the realm and girl world, right? We have to give the women what women want. We have to give the men what men want. But that all boils down to mutual agreement or negotiation, because we don't get what we want out of life. We get what we negotiate. And boiling down to what I said before, the first step of achievement is desire. What does that person really want? And does this person's desires align with my values? If so, we can exchange business here. We can have a sexual relationship here. We can have a romantic relationship here. Whatever the case may be. We can have a business relationship. Doesn't matter. What matters is mutual interest. What matters is that, does what you have to offer meet the needs of the other person? Because people are only interested in two things: problems that they have but don't want, or results that they want but don't have. And once you understand that the basis of human development, the basis of human behavior is what's in it for me, mutual self-interest. It's all about self-interest. And again, realizing that reality does not reward accuracy. Reality rewards utility. The truth bends to utility. And as a human being, your value is based on what you contribute. And if what you contribute benefits the needs of the other people, so much the better. But your value as a person, as a human being, is based on what you contribute. It's not about, it's literally about what you give, because what you give is what you get. The Bible says it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. In fact, giving is the cause of receiving. Because you can't receive until you give. If you want it, you got to give it. If you want love, you got to give love. If you want sex, you got to give seduction. If you want some money, you got to give contribution. You got to contribute to a cause that's going to earn you some income. If you want trust, you got to give intimacy or transparency. Whatever the case may be, if you want something, you got to give something. This is the law of equivalent exchange. This is the law. I'm not making this up. Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal or greater value must be lost. This is the law of equivalent exchange. So if you want something, you have to give something. This is nature. This is law. I didn't make this up. It's just, it is what it is. That's what we call reality. It is what it is. And whatever it just is what it is. Right? And we can't change what is. I can cut down a tree and change the form of it, true. But I can't change the fact that trees grow. I can change the temperature of my house, but I can't change when the sun's going to rise and how hot it is. Right? I can change it to where people can fly, build airplanes. But I can't change people in the sense of giving them the desire to want to get on an airplane. So, just like that, we have to understand that if we're going to make change, it starts with us first. And second, it starts in the mind. Because people are only going to do what they make up their minds to do. People are only happy as they make up their minds to be. So with that being said, my three major points today, the three things I've been learning on my journey, and I'll state it here again, is that self-interest is the strongest lever we'll ever have when interacting with other people. Number two, reality does not bend to accuracy. Reality bends to utility. It bends to usefulness. And number three, a man's value is based on what he is able, or what he is capable of. Meaning that a man's value is predicated on what he has to offer to the world based upon the value he's created. And with that being said, you guys have a phenomenal day. Look, let's just say how it is. There is no way you can become financially independent without the help of other people. If you want to get rich, you need to hang around rich people. You need to hang around people who have money, PWM, players with money. And you need to talk about money. And the more you talk about money, guess what? The more you will align yourself with the frequency of prosperity, with the frequency of human flourishing. Right? You hang around 5 people who make ice cream, you will eventually learn how to make ice cream. So, with that being said, you're never going to get financially independent or financially abundant hanging around people who do not have what you want. Never take advice from someone who does not have what you want. And that's why mentorship is so important. That's why being in the right environment is so important. That is why being in the right community is so important. And if you're looking for change, if you're looking to genuinely change your life, if you're actually looking to create a breakthrough, if you're actually looking to serve people, if you're actually looking to educate yourself and to learn and to grow and to listen and to focus on the solution, not the problem, I would love it if you private message me. You can DM me problem solver, PS. DM me PS if you're looking for change. In the comments, in my private message, I would love to serve you. How can I help you? Because the thing is, I want to help you get the results that you want but don't have. I want to help you get rid of the problems that you have but don't want. But I cannot do that without your permission. It's a we thing, not a me thing. Right? This is a conversation, not a presentation. Let's connect. Let's build. Let's grow. Let's create change and transform our lives. And with that being said, you guys, y'all have a great rest of your day. I love you. Peace.